Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Winner: 8 days after swearing in, court delivers big verdict on Tinubu, APC over 25% FCT votes. In a recent ruling, the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed a lawsuit filed by 5 residents of the Federal Capital Territory who sought to prevent the inauguration of Bola Tinubu as the President of Nigeria. Presiding Judge Yang Ekwo delivered the verdict, ordering the lawyer representing the residents to pay a sum of 10 million naira each to Attorney General of the Federation and the Chief of Justice of Nigeria, CJN. This decision comes only 8 days after Bola Tinubu assumed office as the 16th president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In his inaugural address on May 29, the newly elected president made a significant policy announcement aimed at alleviating the strain on government finances. Tinubu declared an end to the decades-long subsidy on petroleum products, stating, "Fuel subsidy is gone," before a packed crowd in the capital city of Abuja. The subsidy on petroleum products has been a contentious issue in Nigeria, with previous governments attempting but failing to abolish it. The subsidy was initially introduced in the 1970s due to Nigerians' inability to refine enough crude oil to meet local demand, resulting in the country importing petroleum products that were sold at a government set price. However, the subsidy has become a massive burden on public finances, with 4.3 trillion naira, which is equivalent to $9.3 billion, spent on it last year alone. This year, 3.36 trillion naira was allocated to the subsidy for the first half of the year. President Tinubu argues that the subsidy could no longer be justified and that the funds previously allocated to it will now be directed towards public infrastructure and improving the lives of the Nigerian people. The exact timeline for implementing these new policy remains unclear, but it is anticipated that ending the subsidy will lead to an increase in petrol prices, potentially affecting other prices as well. As Nigeria's largest democracy, the country faces formidable economic and security challenges. President Tinubu, at 71 years old, succeeds Muhammadu Buhari, who served 2 terms as president. The new president is under pressure to tackle the ongoing economic crisis characterized by high inflation rates, rampant unemployment, and a declining oil industry. In his inaugural address, Tinubu acknowledged these challenges and promised to release his administration's economic roadmap in the coming weeks. While President Tinubu won the federal election with 37% of the vote. His victory is being contested in court by his main rival, Atiku Abubakar, and Labour's Peter Gregory Obi, who received 29% and 25% of the vote respectively. The opposition candidates claim that the election results were manipulated. President Tinubu, however, emphasized his commitment to bridging political divides and described the election as hard-fought, suggesting an improvement in its quality compared to previous ones. During his speech, President Tinubu also expressed his intention to include women and young people prominently in his administration. He hinted at blustering security measures to address the prevailing security crisis, which includes rampant kidnappings for ransom. As a former governor of Lagos, Tinubu is known for revitalizing Nigeria's commercial hub, and his supporters anticipate that he will bring a technocratic and thoughtful approach to running the government. Critics of the new president argue that he has lost the vigor with which he previously modernized Lagos. Furthermore, concerns have been raised and about his health as he has traveled abroad twice. In 2021, Tinubu spent several months in London for undisclosed medical treatment. However, he has dismissed such criticisms, asserting that the role of president does not demand the physical fitness of an Olympic athlete. Supporters of Tinubu are also quick to point out that US President Joe Biden is older at 80 years of age. You all let me know what you think in the comment section. I seem to have, an issue with the fact that, it's a different ball game entirely when you lose, a case in court. Whereas another thing when you lose a case in court and then you are being asked, to pay a fine or to pay some certain amount of money to the opponent, especially in the case of Tinubu. The issue of, the 25% residents of Abuja took this case to court in the hope that the court will have the final say and will be able to, give a legal insight on which is the right direction. Is it that it must have 25% of Abuja, or is it that it's not necessary for him to have 25% of Abuja? And at the end of the day, they not only lost this case, but they were also asked to pay a sum. They were also asked to pay millions of naira to the CJN, that is the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Now, bear in mind that this is not a frivolous case. This is a case that, makes sense, unlike the case where that Femi Fanikayode took to court, against Atiku, trying to force the hand of EFCC to investigate Atiku. The court declared that case as frivolous, and, they even asked him to pay a fine of 10 million naira to Atiku and INEC, for 5 million naira each. But in this case, I think this is a very reasonable case. I don't see why uh, the courts will now say that they should pay the residents who took this case to court to now pay this Chief Justice of Nigeria millions of naira. Please, if you have any reasonable explanation to this, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you very much for always watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. Give this video a massive thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.